Hello and welcome to Euler 42, coded triangular numbers. We're given a formula here to calculate triangular numbers, and then we're given the first 10 sequence of triangular numbers here. We have seen triangular numbers before with the highly divisible triangular numbers problem on Euler. Then by converting each letter in a word to a number corresponding to its alphabetical position, we're asked to find the triangular numbers that exist within this text file here. So to calculate the triangular positions, all we need to do is take the character minus a plus 1. Okay. So let's go ahead and open up our text file here. We need to go ahead and copy this URL because we're going to be using the URL to read from the file. Let's go into our text editor. And we're going to go ahead and create a method here. So just private static, and we're going to go ahead and return a string array for this method. Let's call this one read info. This is going to go ahead and throw an IO exception, and we need to go ahead and create a variable to hold the URL. So I'm just going to call this one, let's call this one web, and pass that within the quotation marks. Then you need to go ahead and create a URL object. So I'm going to say URL is going to equal to new URL, and then we're going to go ahead and pass in web here. The next thing to do is to create a buffer reader. So I'm going to say buffer reader, let's do a bar reader. It's going to equal to new buffer reader. Then this is going to take in an input stream buffer reader, and we're going to go ahead and pass the URL to it, and then we need to go ahead and open up the stream for this. Next, we need to go ahead and return the reader.readLine. Then we need to go ahead and replace the quotations. So we're going to say backslash quotation, and we need to go ahead and replace that with empties. Then we need to go ahead and split this by the comma. Jesus, I forgot that. Okay, so once we have this, we just need to go ahead and calculate the triangular word. All right, so the way to do this is by taking each character minus a plus 1. So we're going to go ahead and say private static int word. Go ahead and pass in a string here. We need to keep a sum variable. Let's say sum is going to equal to 0. Then we can use for each loop here. We're going to say char in str dot to char array. Then we say sum plus equal to, let's say char minus a plus 1. Then we need to go ahead and return the sum. After that, we need to get our triangle number sequence. So for this, we need to create another method, and this one I'm going to use a set so that we can utilize the hashing capabilities of it. Let's import that, and let's call this one sequence. All right. So to figure out how many of these numbers you need to generate, take this method, right, return all the strings and run the word on it, and that should give you a number that you can actually work off of. Okay, so you just need to get the max of that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that up to you guys because I've already done that, and I don't really want to just add more time to the solution. So what we need to do is just create our set here. It's going to equal to new hash set. Take in integer here. Let's say for var n is going to equal to 1, n is less than 20. So that tells you that we only need 19 triangular number sequence. All right, and then we're going to say n++. So we need to go ahead and say set.add, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cast this to an int because we need that 0.5 to multiply. So we're going to say 0.5 times n times n plus 1. All right, then we need to go ahead and return the set here. All right, so next we need to do is just get the number of coded triangular numbers. So we're going to say public static int coded triangle numbers. All right, so here let's just throw an IO exception because we need to go ahead and grab the information. So go here, I'm going to call this one array. It's going to equal to read info. Then we need our set here. This is going to equal to the sequence, and then we need to go ahead and keep the number of coded finds so far. So coded word equals to 0 for now. So we're going to say for var word in array. All right, so we're going to say that if the set that contains, and you're going to go ahead and pass in word and pass in word. Okay, this is let's change this to something else. Let's just do str. All right. All right, and so that contains a triangular word. Then we just need to go ahead and say coded words ++. Then we need to go ahead and just return coded words. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and create main for this, and we need to go ahead and throw an exception. So let's do coded triangular word here, and I think if you just hit alt and enter, you can add the signature. All right, so this will be it. Let's go ahead and run this program, and you should get 162 for this. All right, guys, this will be it for this tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to GitHub. So by the way, I have created a Git account for this account. So if you go under order, and you can see pretty much the code for this problem, so you can always find them here at any given time. All right, this will be it for this tutorial. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.